There are very few sites like 60 Hudson. There's a huge amount of infrastructure, and the amount of time, effort, and money that goes into building a structure like this is just beyond the typical office building. The history of 60 Hudson is how it was built. It was one of the first telecom purpose buildings constructed in New York City. They had up to 5,000 people at the building at any given time. It was somewhat like the Google of the 1930s. Western Union put an infrastructure into this building that allowed them to compete in the communications world beyond anyone else in the industry. The pneumatics went the way of horse and buggy and was replaced by copper. Copper's now been replaced by fiber, and this is basically what you see behind me, just rooms full of fiber capacity. Some of our largest tenants are Verizon, you have Sprint International, you have Tata Communications, some Caribbean telecom companies, you have Japanese telecom, Indian telecom companies. We're talking a high capacity building. We have tenants here that have quoted somewhere of 2 billion messages an hour, and that would be for one floor. And there's 24 floors of that. My brother and I used to play with it as kids. I guess it was my preemptive attempt to get into the telecom world. Energy use has to be paid attention to. I think as far as a degree in the energy management field, I think it's probably one of the more important aspects of what we're dealing with. I mean, you can't sit in a building like this where we're one of the largest power users and just say there's no power. So they're building a pump room, power distribution units, the network operations center. I think you need to find schools that will adapt to the challenges that students face. Some of the best parts of my education at NYIT are the professors were very diverse in their own careers, so it offered a lot of advantages and expanded the availability of knowledge. I mean, when I was taking my energy management classes for my master's, a large number of students that we were dealing with, mostly online, were from other parts of the world. They opened up a lot of information that I didn't originally know about. My name is Shaun Mooney, and I'm an NYIT graduate.